Can you explain what female genital cutting is?
Female genital cutting, it's a ritual practice where they used to remove a part of the genital the genital part of the woman. Sometimes they use like to cut a part of the clitoris or the whole clitoris, or just in the case of infibulation they used to sew the orifice vaginal of the woman. And this of course is just like she have to stay there like that for 10, 15 or 16 years until she get married. They have to open it with a blade.
Why do you campaign on female genital cutting? I
am campaigning in female genital cutting because as an artist and also like someone, me myself, as a victim of this project, I know better what it's about. And also I see many trouble in my village concerning the death of some babies and all of those consequences that link to woman health. And then of course I just decided as a musician that I can use my art to really like raise my voice for the promotion for human rights, and also to just try to go to community, just to just give more sensibilization about the consequences. I think this is like the reason that really pushed me to go on in this issue.
Could you tell us about the global scale of female genital cutting?
The 3 million girls in Africa alone, there's 3 million of girls who's like cut. And I know also that in the UK it's like 66,000 of women who's like cut already. And for the risk here in UK, again, I think it's like about 25,000 of girls would be probably cut in their own country, and who knows, maybe here.
So you get young people involved and you kind of engage with them. In order to get the whole community to kind of abandon the practice, do the young people then speak with older people, or how do you bring about that declaration?
For me, it was like important to talk with the young people, but we did not expect that the young people would go to the adult people to talk with them. We just make the thing a little bit like separately. We went at school, we organized concert, we showed a movie, but with the movie it was like the whole community that was like together. But the women themselves sit together and just ask themselves why these young people leave Europe with their own possibility to come here to talk about health, to talk about human rights. Then we think it might be something right. We did not promise anything, in a sense. We don't have money for them. We just bring our cultural project and talk with them very clear about the consequences, why women are dying here. And then they just decide to make the declaration, and I was quite very surprised. And for me, to get involved with the children is not to go to talk to but just to prepare them for the future, to not cut their own children.
Sister Fa, I know your own home community abandoned FGC. Can you tell us about the abandonment that's happening in Senegal?
Yes, things really change, and I think it's very important to talk about it. We're talking about the consequences, we're talking about how many girls are in risk. I think it's also important to talk about the changement that women start understanding through communication, like sensibilization, sport, and all great job that a lot of NGOs are doing. There is some thousand of communities who's like making a declaration of abandonment, and I think it's something very important to talk about and to take serious, because nobody forced them. They just decide themselves to make a declaration, and this is a kind of convention who protect in the community some families who do not want to do at all, because it exists. Some family who did not want to do, but they don't have the chance and the possibility and the choice to say we will not do it. And the Senegalese government have a goal to end this practice until like 2015, and we just joined them and we were gonna work together and look how we can do together.
Sorry. So, victory in sight for revolution over female genital mutilation. And it's a really good story. It talks about not just what's happening in the UK, but what's happening all around the world. And what I'm really keen on is this quote from the Minister for International Development, Stephen O'Brien, who says, the success has shown the world what can be done, gives us confidence that even behaviour so deeply embedded in culture can be changed. It means that Dfid is looking a lot more to help stamp out this millennia-old practice. And part of that will be supporting research to see how we can scale up what is done without losing its community essence. So that is, on International Day Against Female Genital Cutting, a really good article for us.